The draft was a bit off as well, I would say, from Falcon Gaming.
Yeah.
Way too late overall. Now first ban coming in with Jace is the go-to ban against GameplayDNA. Like I said before, they have pretty much two priority on on Jace. Sorry, they could flex it towards top, they could flex it towards mid. So overall, decent ban here.
Yeah. And again, the Zoe ban is going in for Arlert. I don't know if he's playing that champion a lot, but it seems that the GameplayDNA, they have done their homework, they have done home tasks. So Zoe is just getting banned over and over again. Ornn is banned as well. On the right side this time, I think this is way smarter, because when they were on the blue side, they could have first picked it. So ban Ornn themselves was kind of a little bit shaky as well.
I mean, they could also just, because we have the information that he's playing Braum, right?
Yeah.
Could bait them and then just take the Braum instead, so, and be really confident, because they have a really decent Braum player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
yeah, actually, Pulsas is always topping up his expectations. When you see that he's playing well, next game he's just performing even better. Like, there weren't a game in this tournament where he was slacking. Like, every game he literally finds an opening. When he was playing Alistar,
do you think there's an end to this?
Sorry?
Sorry for interrupting, but do you think there's an end to this, that he has unlimited potential?
We will see this in the final.
Yeah,
well, potentially in the final.
Against Sejuani first pick, by the way.
They're not in the final yet.
Yeah,
Sejuani is being picked, blocked by Falcon Gaming, but the Ezreal was open, and Toaster says...
How can this happen, by the way? How can it happen that Ezreal is open?
It is my chance to shine with Ezreal. The Kleptomancy Ezreal is actually pretty strong in this patch. We are playing on live patch in Europe West, so yeah, you can experience this patch yourselves.
Well, I think most of the viewers are doing that, and we have an early pick on LeBlanc here.
Okay.
Kessen being banned, so...
Oh, but the point is that Pulsas is playing a lot of LeBlanc support.
So it's a flex there as well?
Yeah, it's a flex.
But would you really pull that off in the second game?
Yeah,
you
why not?
You have to be kind of a bit crazy to do that.
Pulsas is playing LeBlanc support all the time. Look at his OPGG in the solo queue. He's just spamming that champion. And potentially with Ezreal, lane is already over when you see the Ezreal, because he's such a lane abuser.
And they can... like really outplay them, to be honest.
And the point is, when you're picking LeBlanc, it's like really out of meta champion. So whenever you see a champion like this, you're like, okay, how do we play against this? Because you have totally no experience in that. Okay,
so if he would have locked Bart, it would have been really fun times actually on the bot.
I think that Leona could be really good, because when she's using a distortion, I mean the LeBlanc, you can follow it with a Nif Blade, and when ooh, the Camille is open for Doxy. Oh,
actually, I have to say that red side draft again, it looks so good actually. We have a really simple comp here from Falcon Gaming, but on the other hand, the skill ceiling overall on GameplayDNA side is so high. So
yeah, they already know that they're like better mechanical players, and they're pulling it off. They're like being really confident in the champion select, pulling out these champions. Now going for the Alistar ban, could potentially go with the Leona ban afterwards.
Should ban the Tamkench, because it's just a perfect pick against the Camille. So could really eat him out.
It is actually questionable, because I think that Tamkench can really suffer against Ezreal and LeBlanc. If it's LeBlanc support, we're still not sure what it is. But if it's LeBlanc support with Ezreal AD carry, Tamkench can potentially basically just go 0-8, because he cannot do anything. You can just stay behind and try to eat your AD carry when he gets hit by the chain. But is that what you want from the support, just to stay back and do nothing? I don't think that it is.
Of course not. Depends. But
I really expect the Leona ban right now.
We'll see actually.
Leona is banned away, so I'm pretty sure that LeBlanc uses support, because why else would you ban those two champions? Because Alistar and Leona, they're really great against squishy supports.
Okay, man, tell me more. Actually, like really good prediction here over there. So last ban like has to be gone like in a sec actually, and the first one was Gragas. So they really focus on the
it could potentially be Kha'Zix.
It could be a Camille jungle as well, by the way.
Why is it Zyra ban? So they actually,
Not sure, actually.
Oh my god, they could be deceived that the mid laner is LeBlanc. Now we're seeing Maokai. So this is so messed up, man. This is so messed up.
The thing is, it could be a Camille jungle.
Yes,
but
exactly.
I don't think so. I think it's most likely a Maokai jungle here, because he just has the utility. It's really a great mid lane ganker as well.
Especially against Orianna.
Forces Orianna on cleanse, to be honest. She's not free to go for heal here.
But whenever you're going cleanse against LeBlanc, which is also not sure if it's LeBlanc,
that's true.
It's really difficult to, oh my god, they're playing the champions like just insanely well.
Actually, so good, yeah. So much pressure on the side of Falcon Gaming right now, and they really have to overthink. And they were picking Braum, which is, I think, is really great choice.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh, Kled. Oh my god. And this is awesome, actually, because now I think the junglers are forced to play around the top side more because like here it's really about whoever managed to like get ahead there. It's really super jungle dependent, to be honest.
As for the last pick, I think that everything is gonna be sorted out when they're gonna see the
Yep.
Corki, and that is it. It is Corki in the mid lane, while support Pulsas is pulling off his trump card. De LeBlanc is already here. I wanted to see it. I was checking his match history and I was like, okay, this guy is just trolling in the preseason, whatever. He's not getting ready for the championship. But there
Actually,
we go.
it's a 6.
It's 6.
Oh my god,
what
I
is
think this
happening?
is so good actually.
Oh my.
I like this a lot actually. I think 6 is super good because this is a really, really old strategy. You know what will happen? The Maokai can just even flash on someone W and there's no way of him like to
dodge the bombs.
Yeah, exactly. Like the ultimate, you pretty much like they lead someone off the map directly. And actually,
the
in
lane
this
pressure
case,
it gives.
Tam Kench would have been a great pick here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't read this champion select. I mean, it's so difficult to understand what is happening.
It's true, actually.
All those picks, like Camille could go support, Camille could go jungle, Camille could go top lane, same with De LeBlanc in the several lanes. Holy. Oh.
So, Nock, there's one thing I wanted to ask you. Let's make a prediction. And if you're able to predict the right team winning here, actually it works like this. I will predict one, and then you have to predict against it. And if I manage to win, you have to dance tomorrow in the final, okay?
Oh,
you have
man.
to show the dance that you're known for.
It is so set. It is so set. Like it's. I think it's pretty easy to predict now. I'm not.
No, but I'm gonna start. So, and you
Okay.
can't say the same. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna say that GameplayDNA will win.
This is, come on, man. This is. It's unfair. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The Falcon Gaming is gonna win.
Okay.
Actually, if they're gonna win this game, yeah, no problems. I'm gonna dance tomorrow.
Okay, man. I'm really
With
waiting
the leg
for that.
race.
I
With the
really-
leg race. With the epic moves.
The leg race?
The leg
You
race.
have the moves, yeah?
Left. Only left.
Only left.
Yeah. But if they're gonna pull out 2 games, if they're gonna win the series, it's gonna be 2-sided.
Okay. Really awaiting this, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Day 1
yeah.
is coming back on the Nations Elite Esports.
Ivan,
He won.
the famous one.
Yeah.
The one and only?
Yeah, he's my brother from Siberia.
Okay, from
He's-
Siberia.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
coming here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, insane.
Damn. Okay, so coming back to this game really quick. So, like, let's talk a bit about the draft and what we expect them to do, because we have a lot of action coming in on the bot lane. Here from Pulsars with LeBlanc, I actually expect them to kind of try to outplay. But at the same time, I think like it's really easy for Tristana and Braum to just like dismiss it, you know, really diffuse the whole situation. I think most of the action will go down on the top side here, because
Exactly.
top lane is so dependent on the jungler, and then mid lane is usually farm fest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It usually, this matchup, it used to be really popular back in Season 3. I don't know if you were
Yeah.
playing the League of Legends.
Of
But
course.
Ziggs was like a really meta pick. So Orianna was also like one of the 3
Yeah.
champions. It was LeBlanc, Kassadin, Ziggs, and LeBlanc. Yeah, yes, that's it.
It was
Yeah.
before the like I think small like update or something on Ziggs, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I can't really remember, but I remember that matchup was really popular. And what happens in this situation? They're just gonna push the waves and get like vision in the river. Because for the Ziggs part, yeah, I think that he's playing with teleport, so he wants to get that pressure in the bot lane. He can come bot lane, and when you want to get the first blood tower, it's really easy because Ezreal and LeBlanc, they're putting so much pressure on the bot lane. If the Falcon Gaming bot lane gets low, Ziggs just comes to the bottom tower, uses his W, then the tower is gone, so you can just TP back to lane.
Actually, I have to say, it's so obnoxious. They have Camille, who can lock someone in place. They have Maokai to lock multiple targets or one indefinitely in a place.
Yeah.
So I mean, he can just full go Allahu Akbar on them, and
It's gonna be so easy
destroy
for
them.
those 2 skill shotters, AD carry and AP carry. If you land your skill shots, it's gonna
But
provide so much
wait.
damage.
I think Braum Shield can deny the ultimate, no?
Which one?
From Ziggs, though. I think this is
Well,
possible.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I think this is possible if you time it perfectly.
You cannot use your shield like upwards.
No, but it should work actually. I'm quite sure, man. I played.
You've been
I
watching
meant to-
too many war movies.
No,
you know,
man.
when you-
Actually,
when you
I'm
were getting those
actually
shields and-
support main as well, so I think it's possible, unless they changed it. So, but yeah.
You mean when you're using the stand behind me? Oh, we're just gonna see it in the game.
Yeah.
We're getting into the game just in 3 seconds. Actually, really excited what's gonna happen in the early game because all of the games today in the semifinals, the early games are looking so shaky. You don't know who's gonna win. But then when the macro game kicks in, it seems like the more experienced players are like really playing it patiently and really doing the correct moves that they have to.
And most likely they are playing it on like objective based, you know, mostly trying to get an objective out of team
Yeah.
fights, and the
Yeah.
less experienced teams most likely just getting kills, and then
Yeah, they like team fighting for what? Like
Yeah.
Oh, we're on team fight, but
For
we're
what?
getting. Oh, we get their Brave Camp, man. This is
Nice. Oh, we get the crap over here.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, right now, like hitting in game, and we might see like a early level 1 strategy this time because there's so much CC on the table of GameplayDNA.
Yeah,
and
potentially Maokai could be taking his Twisted Advance.
I don't think so. I don't think so because
It's really hard to clear the jungle,
really,
but
yeah.
it might be worth it if
No,
you get. If you get
I think LeBlanc has the chain there, and starting the jump on Camille, the stun there is also fine.
Right now we're seeing 3 members of GameplayDNA. They're already in the bot side river. Toaster is joining them right there next to the brace. He's just standing there for the choke. Some vision. Pretty standard level 1, 5-point start. There are just.
I think they're just trying to figure
GameplayDNA.
out where he starts and put in some vision here.
GameplayDNA. LeBlanc is playing pretty aggressively. 2 of the members from Falcon Gaming, they are there standing in the bottom tri-bush.
Actually, it's the first time we don't see a Targon Sprays early on GameplayDNA side here on Ezreal. Doesn't really make sense because it's not easy for an Ezreal to pull that out, and you need the Dorans for the 3rd or 4th wave on the bot lane, under the turret though. And yeah, just stacking the saplings here, making sure that he starts on the blue, which is really smart.
Well, the problem is that Falcon Gaming, they didn't see that the ward was placed in the red. They were still hovering in the bush, and they didn't see that that there was a ward. So,
but they got the vision on the top side. So
yeah, but GameplayDNA, they have information about the enemy team, while Falcon Gaming is also having the same information. But the problem is that Falcon Gaming does not suspect that information is already there on the GameplayDNA side.
Oh, that's actually so deep if you think that far. So, not sure if they think that far as well, but we will see it in a bit though. Both junglers gradually like jungling towards the top side, I think is the right decision and the good thing to do because they should play around the top lane. Mid lane will most likely be a farm fest. Pulse is actually a bit in trouble here.
Yeah, but what I saw in the mid lane that Oriana decided to start with the Q, so he decided to go for some trades, but this I think
so
it's
much
questionable.
damage on the chain though. So weird actually.
He is playing with the electrocute. It's a really long cooldown, but it's providing you a lot of damage. So whenever you have the electrocute not on the cooldown, you can just go for the all-in and it hurts a lot.
Actually, I have to say, okay, never mind. They turn all in here on Ezreal. Hit the level 2
stack
earlier.
is there, but he manages to get away. I think that Tristana might be going a little bit too deep. The last out attack is there to secure the first blood, but there's another kill right there in the bottom. Jamals is taking his recall after getting the kill on the Ezreal, but now Pulsas is probably waiting for his distortion to get off cooldown.
What are they doing? It's absolutely not worth it, by the way.
Oh, he got back away.
But it's absolutely not worth it to play that aggressive early on and dive. Like, going aggressive, putting the double sums on Ezreal was fine, was good. But why choose to dive there? And now Sejuani going towards the top side. Now Doxy in trouble, has to be careful.
The Permafrost is joining in. There's a stun on the Camille. Camille might be in trouble. The last out attack is not going to be enough. Camille is
stuns both of them! Oh my god!
Massive. But he's going down, Jamals. Asidi is trying to get away. The flash Q from Maokai. There is Twisted Advance, and I think that that's a double kill for Divider. He saves the double buffs and gets away barely.
The cannon wave!
Oh, the cannon minion gets the kill right there. That was so sloppy until Doxy landed a hook shot on 2 of them. That was just massive.
Massive actually, double stun.
Yeah.
That was such a big outplay actually. Tremendous mechanics there. So great play by him. Now TP's back into, and now Doxy in trouble once again. Is he?
The hook shot is there with the stun. Asidi is deciding to fight there under the minions. We have the corruption potion on Camille. He decides to extend the fight. But what is happening right now that we're seeing that Maokai already bought the ward bot item. It's the same for this for the Sejuani.
I have to say, whenever I see Camille, it's really all about how she's using the Q like as an AA cancel. You can really see if someone is experienced Camille player, if he's using the champion to the full potential. And you saw the damage from Doxy coming out, like cancelling his AA, immediately the Q, then next AA. Like, this champion has such a high skill ceiling though. And now Maokai is making his way back to the top side. SCD has to push this out as fast as possible, and Sejuani has to come towards top as well. SCD will most likely be in trouble. Doxy going aggressive
having
here.
the edge right there, but there are too many minions.
Comes up shortly, and now Doxy in trouble.
Now the Permafrost does not connect. He still has this E on cooldown now. The stun is already there, but where is Carl? He's still waiting for his passive to go up, and now the Skarl is back. He gains the additional HP, but now he's forced to sacrifice a whole wave. He has no teleport. Now Doxy potentially can just freeze the wave there in the top lane, and Asidi will be in trouble in terms of experience.
Yeah, he used the TP already, but really miscommunication overall. Why did he keep on going? Actually, no.
Now
Diamond
Jamal is
going
going
aggressive.
in. Passive on Pulses is there, but the fourth out attack is not there. Jamal might be in trouble. There's a last out attack from Toasted and gets the kill in the bot lane.
And what was that? Like again, no communication. Like both of them actually completely dysfunction. What was that?
Dysfunctional. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that choice of words, man. You are brave. Yeah, dysfunctioning bot lane indeed. Yeah, talking about the communication between them, it's pretty sure that they're lacking it.
Yeah. As per usual, bot lane here.
Pulsus is going in under the tower. The chain is connecting, but Bronze 2 Smurf is here to defend his
Where's the
support.
shield?
Actually, talking about the nicknames, why aren't people playing with their real nicknames? Like, if you're playing on this stage, you want to show off yourself, like, yeah, there's me, that's my name. That's my credit card. I'm playing the champion. I'm pretty good at that.
And actually, like right now, we see the stack on the top side here from Doxy, and SD is really in trouble. He has to be careful. Also, has no information about the jungler. They don't know that Maokai is on the bot
they saw
side here.
Sejuani on the bot side. Now the Sejuani is giving vision on the Gromp, but right now, what do we see?
Now
That
they
Doxy-
spotted Maokai. They had no information where Maokai is, so he could have come towards top again, and he has no Sumstore.
And the problem is, even though nobody died in the top lane when the gank was happening in the top lane again, but Doxy got so much experience from that. He could potentially dive it. When Ziggs comes to, when he pushes the wave, he can potentially go to the top lane. Oh, and the hook shot does not connect. He's playing this lane so aggressively.
Also, really big CS lead for Lucchesi here on mid lane. Almost hitting the cap with 50 CS after 6 minutes, so great to see that.
Yep.
And yeah, overall I would say great early game from Maokai so far. As they both meet each other on the top side here, in the jungle. Now, Pulsar's going really aggressive, has to be careful, has to flash
The last
away as well.
attack is there to proc the passive. He might be in trouble. The charge from Tristana.
It's another turret shit!
Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
Shot, I
Family-
mean, I'm
yeah,
sorry
indeed.
for that actually.
Indeed,
Tongue twister.
family friendly nations. Elite
Okay,
Esports.
yeah.
Yeah, but the stopwatch from LeBlanc, it was really well timed. Actually, they got baited by it so hard. They thought-
PGI rated, by the way.
they got baited so hard because they thought that they can kill LeBlanc immediately. That's the main weakness of LeBlanc, that she's really squishy. If you catch her with the passive of Braum, maybe you can kill her. But the stopwatch was there, and they were like, "Oh, what is going on?"
Yeah.
Stopwatch.
But then also eating a turret shot just like
Shot,
in the
yeah,
just like in the beginning, and it's overall really messy again. So now Lucchesi with the blue buff here, and that's really good for
It
his
also has the lost chapter, so you cannot
Free
contest the,
shove?
yeah, you cannot contest the shove in the mid lane when he has lost chapter and you're having Dorans with the dark seal. Another hook.
And I
connects
would
to the
really
top lane.
love to see a CD like pushing out topside, going towards mid, dropping his ultimate on Ziggs, and then they just nuke him out, you know?
Now goes for a trade, but the level 7 on Doxy, he still has a corruption potion, 2 potions on Acid. They're just going for the trades in
he has to
with having
sustain.
the mark in their mind to
Yeah.
heal it up. Oh, now he's wanting to freeze that.
Freezing with a Tiamat is really hard to do though,
Yep.
overall. But yeah,
And they're
Meg
basically
tries to do it.
sacrificing your potions over there.
And right now, like putting out the freeze when there's a blue buff on the line here, they
3 members of GameplayDNA
Really great.
right there on the top side.
they deny
jungle.
it for Orianna. That's quite big actually. That's so good. And she didn't even base yet, so
Yeah, she has no lost chapter. It's gonna be difficult lane for him to handle. 25 CS lead for Lucchesi. He is doing this lane so well. He didn't even use his teleport in the laning phase.
they will turn 6 next wave actually. And now Pulsar's in trouble. Places the storm hits, and yeah, they get a free kill here on
Yeah,
Pulsar.
that was what we were talking about. The main weakness of LeBlanc, she's very squishy. It doesn't matter if you have the distortion to escape, if you do not expect the Q does
Nice
not
dodge
connect
there.
from Braum, and
Another
True Shot Barrage does not connect on Jamal's, but now there's a Ziggs ultimate, and it does just a little bit of damage.
Oh, so
Actually, that is
close,
not
actually.
enough for him to survive.
Flashes
Now Toasted
in for
might be in
Toaster.
trouble. The Storm hits him, and the ultimate just finishes him off. Now Lucchesi is trying to pull it off. It's 1v3. It's a really difficult situation. Now the passive kicks in from Braum. The last out attack is there. Now the stun connects. He might be in trouble. He has the flash. Flashes over the wall. The permafrost does not connect. And he is managing to get away without stun on his head.
And
that was so clutch.
What is he
and
doing? Why is he
actually made
just
it out.
randomly walking into the lane, expecting not them to turn on them? So it's really weird overall. The decisions being made here from GameplayDNA doesn't really make sense. Now, Maokai turning aggressive onto Orianna here. Ziggs is not even there.
He still has the twisted bounce. Oh no, he used it when he came in.
And so confident play here from Orianna. Didn't even pull the cleanse out. So
Yeah,
overall,
but the shockwave was. Actually, I thought it's gonna be it.
yeah. And now actually this game
Now the
might
game is settling down
Yeah,
for a little bit, but the
definitely.
action in the bot lane was a little bit spooky. Nice, actually, nice gank, nice lane gank from Sejuani. I didn't expect it to happen, but when you're playing against that squishy bot lane, you have to do it over and over again, because when you hit the glacier storm, yeah, that spell, it's so difficult. Yeah, actually, Pulsas is just doomed.
They want to
even
free-man
though
dive here on top side, by the way.
Yeah, he's really confident on the champion. Oh, now we're seeing a dive in the top lane. He could potentially be in trouble. Doxylol is trying to get away. He's using his Hextech ultimatum. Is that going to be enough? He's trying to get a kill, but it's not enough.
Nice.
And actually, Sejuani survived that top lane gang.
And just Orianna being there in time.
Yeah, now the 3 people there in the top lane, but I think they cannot take the first blood tower. Look at the mid lane. The Ziggs has his W, and I think it's really hard to contest the push. And now, yeah, Ziggs gets the first blood tower. And even though they lost Doxy in top lane, they sacrificed it for the first blood tower. And I think it's definitely worth it.
That's the thing with Ziggs. You can never actually like out-tempo him. He will most likely always be faster because of his passive.
He's going for the second tower.
And he can. He's fast enough. He has the first item as well.
And I really like the communication between the gameplay DNA. The Toaster is trying to hit as many spells as he can to just deny the recalls.
And get the Drake on top of it. And it's another Infernal.
4
the story
games
keeps on
already
going.
today, and all of them are Infernals.
Hits
now
the chain once.
Connects. Double chain. For the Brown, he could potentially be in trouble. Oh my, the Brown just cannot move anywhere. He's
and
like,
it hurts to see.
Where's my life? Where's my life?
He should cancel the TP. Yeah, and he does so.
Yeah, both TPs are getting cancelled, and the second mid lane tower is down. Man, when you're leaving Ziggs in the mid lane, it's just gonna be over. 2 towers down, and he has magical footwear.
Complete mess actually. Impulse is going aggressive now. They flash forward for Erlet here.
Now Orianna is going down. Pulsas is sacrificing his life in there. The Glacier Storm connects on Ezreal. He potentially gets the kill. That's a double kill for Tristana already, as he is there to chase off Divider. He actually is out of options where to run. He's trying to ask Ziggs to help him there, but is that gonna be enough? Ziggs is saying, nah mate, just be there alone.
They're gonna sacrifice him most likely. And
poor Divider.
GameplayDNA really biting off too much that they can not chew actually, and now they're in trouble.
Yeah, gets shredded into pieces.
And now Doxy most likely gets a lot of damage on the top turret. He has to respect the numbers on the top side now. But yeah, like Falcon Gaming getting the foot back into this game, and it's gonna be interesting how they use this short, like I would say, turn of events right now, because now they well actually, like GameplayDNA has all the first power spikes. So right now they have to settle down. They have
I think
to
the
first
main
of all
problem
wait.
with this game right now is that Ziggs is way too fed. 130 CS at minute 12. He has the first blood tower.
So far,
has the magical footwear to save 300 gold on his boots. This is just absurd. He has Morel Nomicon with the Haunting guys. The damage from him is just absurd.
They have vision advantage as well, but Falcon Gaming doing a good job having vision advantage on the top side though. Still would have expected them to play more around Kled, or at least use him like more effectively, trying to go for the Ziggs or something like this. No, chain hits.
Is not connecting on the...
Another chain hits.
Ooh, I did not expect it to go that far.
Actually so much damage being dealt on the bot lane here, and ultimate hits as well. Gets a lot of Kleptomacy stacks. And yeah. Actually Camille TP'd in now.
Oh, that's what we were talking about. The Hextech ultimatum.
Just always nuke him. Yeah. There's no way to escape here. And yeah, like I mentioned before, Tamkench would have been an awesome option as a support here. And right now they're
But for the laning phase, I think that Tamkench is
totally.
just...
You're right, definitely, with this. But overall for the comp it would have been better though. Right now Ziggs just completely stomping away, and so much impact. Got 2 turrets on mid lane, and now this, like, you see the comp
that
working
Orianna
out.
roaming in top lane, it was like a short term to feel better about the game. But looking at like the whole, it wasn't worth it. To sacrifice 2 mid lane towers to give all that experience, all that lead from the minions. Just
and they really have to count on GameplayDNA doing a mistake or something to get back into this game. Kled taking away the top side Wraiths here.
Yeah, but what I really like this game, they actually have the tools to come back to this game because they have the ground control. If the Sejuani hits his ultimate and the shockwave kicks in, at least for 2 members, it's still possible for Falcon Gaming to do anything with this
It's
game.
a really simple comp though, so if they manage to pull a decent Glacial Storm out, they can one-shot anyone there, like really. Maybe only Maokai is not the one to
Doxy is deciding to go for a fight against Kled, who has Red Buff, but there is
keeps on going.
Pulsas is there. The second chain connects. Astis might be in trouble. Ziggs is using his ultimate. Is that gonna be enough? 2-shot barrage finishes off, and that's a kill.
Actually, Tristana goes forward here.
Tristana has the Red Buff right now, jumping in with the rocket jump. Toaster cannot do anything. That's a double kill again for Tristana. They are going for top lane tower. the game is looking way more better for Falcon Gaming.
But Falcon Gaming, look at your base at the same time, because it's a Ziggs you're up against here.
It's the deja vu situation for Falcon Gaming. They're seeing their mid lane inhibitor and they're like, oops, we did it again.
Maokai tries to interrupt the backport. He actually cannot really do something. Didn't even pull out his ultimate here.
Yeah, the mid lane tower, I think that is going down. The W was just popped, and now the open inhibitor in the mid lane, it is
easy
looking...
for him.
Yeah, it is looking really shaky in the team fights. But when you look at the minimap, you're like, oh, okay, they were aware of that.
I think it's okay so far how it goes, but still, GameplayDNA has to like pull more attention to the numbers. Really, oftentimes there's a numbers check that has to be done here, but simply that being said, the communication is not in place here. Not perfectly communicated, actually.
I think when they're leaving Ziggs in the mid lane, all they want to do is just distract attention, cancel their recalls, and is that their mission? But they're just going for the fights. When they're outnumbered, and it ends up they're losing and giving kills to Tristana. And when Tristana is fed, I think it's outscaling Ezreal pretty hard.
Like, giving a lot of resources to Tristana is never good, actually. Not at this point in the game. So they have to be decisive. And I would say they can use the Kled, like, on Ziggs or something. They can really play aggressive, though. They should really look for teamfights at this point, because they are truly like out-damaging them at this point. Unless Ziggs pulls out a really good ultimate, though.
When Tristana will finish his shift with the Infinity Edge, it's gonna hurt so much, because for the Ziggs, it's pretty hard for him to build anything that is tanky. This Haunting, guys, this is basically the one item that he has, and it will be the only one for the defensive, semi-defensive.
At the same time, really interesting build on Ezreal here. Why did he choose to go for the Blade of the Draktar, though? I never saw this build, actually. Usually you see the usual gauntlet into Blade of the Ruined King, then you have the triple item power spike. Now with this, a little bit of disrespect, or what's going on there?
Oh, that's another dragon. He's spawning.
Another Infernal! Who would have thought that?
How many Infernals are spawning this?
Can GameplayDNA stop them actually to get the vision here? Most likely not, but yeah, going aggressive now on the Sejuani. The chain hits.
But it's the tankiest target of them all. Lucchese is trying to use his ultimate, but the ultimate was not effective at all. Now Lucchese is trying to flash away. He does so successfully. Now the shutdown goes for Sejuani. There's one member down from Falcon Gaming. That is surely secure Drake for GameplayDNA.
And thanks to Doxy coming in, saving the day here, because Lucchese was like totally in trouble. And Doxy just, that's a great example of how to use the Camille ult also for zoning. It's a great tool overall.
And also, the flash from Lucchese, he was in trouble in the beginning. And also the Pultas engage, he used double distortion for the chain on Sejuani. I think it's definitely not worth it.
Well, definitely for the wrong target though, but still, so far I didn't see Orianna using the cleanse once in this game. So
exactly.
It's not really like giving him anything so far. So
when you're not using your summoner spell, it just says that you're not getting into situations where you have to use it. But when you, why would you pick it?
He should get out of his comfort zone more often, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. You should like play aggressively in the team fights because you have the cleanse. Why would you pick cleanse if you're never gonna use it?
And it's also so far behind. He like almost gets Flame Horizon. Only 30 more CS, like 6 or 5 more waves, and then he will get surely out.
Legendary. Flame Horizon.
Yeah. So far, Lucchese is having a blast here in terms of CS.
And look at the double Fire Drake with Ezreal and Ziggs. It's just gonna be absurd. Oh, Voltas could be potentially in trouble. He actually has double distortion, so it's so hard.
Nothing happening on the top side now, and as they surely pull back, and right now Ziggs just clearing the mid wave. It's so easy for them to get the mid priority. Topside vision in the river is there for GameplayDNA as well. They have double Infernal. They can really like do it slower, have a slower approach, because they are outscaling so well, especially also with the Infernals. And right now, Falcon Gaming, great job at getting the defensive vision. Now, Pulsar's going a bit aggressive on the top side.
Ooh, Asadi is there. Twisted advance from Divider.
Spotted him.
Asadi is not respecting him, so he has to jump over the wall. But now, stand behind me, and Nascarl is going down on Divider. He might be in trouble. The brown passive is there. Only 2 stacks out of 4. That's gonna be it. The stun connects on Makai, and he is surely going down. That is gonna be
so
Rift Herald afterwards. But now what we're seeing in the bot lane again, they are winning the fight, but the towers are potentially going down in the bot lane. Camille is 1v1 against Tristana. Tristana, even though having 2 items, he might potentially have some trouble. Ooh, Lucchese gets down!
Another flank from him, and what is he doing there? Why is he approaching them from this side? And now actually Orianna flashing away, Pulsars.
He's trying his best and he gets the kill on Orianna, but overall, GameplayDNA, they're just dying over and over again.
And that's the issue when you send the most fat guy towards the bottom side.
Now Pulsas is also drops.
Falling actually, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, why was Tristana on the bottom side here and they choose to play aggressive on the top side? Went okay for like a short period of time, but then GameplayDNA managed to turn it around a bit, but then
Yeah, but then
the flank, what was that? Like, what was he thinking
coming
again?
from the river.
It's the second time he does that. With no flash available as well.
Oh,
so.
Toaster nearly gets cancelled by Kled, but manages to get away.
But they changed it, so you can't really get interrupted anymore.
Yeah.
0.5 seconds, no way. No way you get interrupted. So yeah, right now, Tristana, like,
2 items, double buffs,
totally
level 11.
most important target right now for GameplayDNA to, like, instantly
the
kill
thing
most
is,
likely.
Divider, when he was dying there in top lane, he was forced to use a flash. Actually, he wasn't forced. He could have just accepted the death right there. Because he was already surrounded by so many enemies by Falcon Gaming. He could just say, oh, okay, I'm gonna die here. Just let's save the flash. But now, when the flash is down, it's gonna be so difficult for him to use the Twisted Advance, especially when it's double summoner spells on Tristana. And it's Tristana. She has the rocket jump.
To be honest, the flash could be a teamfight winner. So you always have to think twice if you want to use the flash here, especially defensive. You should always opt to use it aggressive.
Yeah, it's the same with like the Shen ultimate.
True.
Yeah. When you're using it defensively, you're saying, okay, we're losing the game. So it's the same with the Maokai Splash. If you're using it defensively, something is going wrong.
Yeah, it's so important actually to step forward, play aggressive. Most likely Shen is being
especially when the
played
Righteous
as a support
Glory,
these
sorry
days.
to interrupt, it's Righteous Glory is not finished on the Maokai, so it's gonna be so difficult. Oh, Sejuani is there, tanking all of the damage, he's forced to flash away. He still has his ultimate, the Glacial Shroud connects, but there's not so much damage coming in for Ziggs.
They keep on diving actually.
Toaster sacrifices his death just for the
Shockwave.
Oh, that was so close. Jamal is still doing a lot of damage, but then Doxy flashes in,
Big
gets the kill.
plays from him actually, and has the stun available now. Kled in trouble as well. Lucchesi is still there.
It's only Asdi there in the top lane against Lucchesi and Camille. The hookshot connects, and that's ace for GameplayDNA. Well done. Only 3k goal advantage, but overall getting an ace and potentially getting another tower in the top lane. That is so well played. Actually, looked a little bit sloppy when Ezreal was taking so many tower shots, but in the end, they still have the 2 members of GameplayDNA pushing the towers, and it's Ziggs again shredding those towers like it's nothing.
It's so easy for him to take these structures, and yeah, like right now, it didn't look like in the first place that GameplayDNA can really demolish the teamfight like this, but they managed to pull it out, and they have the better late game comp. So right now, Falcon Gaming is really in trouble. They have to pull out the miracle once again.
And look at the items of Ziggs. He managed to survive this fight. He got the tower again. It's almost the Flame Horizon on the minions. He's 3-1. 3 items finished. Rabadons. This is absurd.
Talking about so much damage actually.
Yeah.
So.
But the good thing that Falcon Gaming, their support, they have Solari. So it kind of helps because that AoE damage is really negligible. Like when you have a Solari, you can just at least use it when the Ziggs is ultimating.
I mean, at this point, they really have to hit a 4-man shockwave or something. Like they pretty much have to pull out the perfect play here. Ziggs still has no Zhonya, so he's vulnerable. Has flash available though. Same goes for Ezreal. So at this point, and actually Maokai's flash will come up shortly as well. So they can really, this next fight should be in favor of GameplayDNA once more. So it really depends on how they are using the football.
Not really. The Falcon Gaming, do not underestimate. Like, I'm always being honest with casting. But in this case, they have enough tools to catch Lucchesi.
Oh, so much damage actually.
It was only 1 bomb with the meteor. Yeah, you mentioned that the game and the team fight should go in favor of GameplayDNA.
I mean, all the odds are in favor for them actually, just because of the sums and overall item discrepancy.
Yeah, and double fire Drake.
Yeah.
But there's a slight chance for Falcon Gaming to catch them. If Ziggs is going down in the middle of the team fight or in the beginning of the team fight, I think that potentially Falcon Gaming can just do whatever they do.
It's the 3rd Drake actually going to GameplayDNA, and so far we only saw. Actually, we saw Ocean Drakes as well today. So many Infernals.
Yeah, so many important Drakes overall. Like every game. The first Drake is Infernal. All of the semifinals. 4 games in a row.
And now look at the top side. Ziggs eating another big wave here. So tremendous overall. Like, will surely get the Flame Horizon. Like soon, actually. And yeah, like, did so much damage in teamfights. You really have to be careful. As we have a free item post back on Tristana so far.
There's a teleport from Lucchesi. They are opting to fight right there. GameplayDNA, they are trying to do their best at engaging, but
they get split up though.
Orianna might be in trouble. She uses her shockwave, but is already going down.
Still surviving though.
Flash from Maokai. He gets the kill right there, but now it's 1 versus several of them. The Falcon game, it's a 3 versus 3. Who's gonna win that fight? Lucchese is
And
still
now
up.
Tristana can really play aggressive. They can turn it around here. Jumps in, goes aggressive, dies immediately to Ziggs, and actually no.
That was so close though.
There was
Braum
the
is there,
chance,
but
but then
he's going down as well. That's a triple kill for Ezreal. And
what happened to the Tristana HP though? Gone in a second though.
yeah.
So much damage from Ziggs, and then there was Toaster and Pulsars to like, yeah, totally turn it around at the end.
3 items on Tristana, but it seemed that he could have played it better. If he would have rocket jumped a little bit more to the side, maybe he could have pulled off more out attacks, but jumping right straight onto Ziggs' face, that was
I honestly think you have to be really careful to use the rocket jump in these
Yes.
fights, so you should.
especially after these worlds.
Yes.
Worlds. When you saw
Definitely.
Bang and
Yes.
what was that team?
Actually,
I think it was
Samsung. They just 3-0 them, no?
yeah, but what was the team? I think it was Turkish that got qualified.
Fenerbahce. It was Fenerbahce.
Yeah, but it was a bottom play when somebody flashed with Tristana in the face. And
So
then
it was
rocket jumped.
Patton. Or what do you mean?
Patton? I
Yeah,
can't
so
really remember.
there
but
was once
but there
Patton
were
playing
so
Jin
many-
and then just sidestepping everything, you know, and just totally crazy, outplaying a Koreans like it was nothing, you know, I think. So, but yeah.
But overall, looking at the AD carries in Worlds, there were so many misplays with the rocket jumps and so on, with the flashes. I think
definitely.
you should have learned something. But yeah, okay. It's all good. It's all good. I still believe in Falcon Gaming.
Actually, it was so close. I would never have thought that they managed to like get this far.
To that
and-
point,
Yeah, like
I
Tristana.
believe they can still win the team fight.
Definitely. Like they just have to manage to like let Tristana survive as long as possible.
Yeah.
She did so much damage at this point. Only sad thing is that the Orianna got caught very,
Actually,
very early.
Ziggs is in a really bad place right there. If Sejuani hit the ultimate on Ziggs, he has no flash. It potentially
Led
could be.
comes up though. TP comes in.
That was massive ultimate from Ziggs. Tristana just get demolished, and now they have absolutely 0 damage. Orianna is providing nothing in the team fights. That is surely gonna be a team fight for GameplayDNA, and that is absolutely nothing to do for Falcon Gaming. SD is trying
free
to save.
Baron.
Yeah, they're trying to save as much time as they can, but that's not gonna be enough. You have to peel your AD carry. She's the only damage provider in your team.
And that's the issue when you're playing against the Camille and the Maokai. They can just lock someone into a prison and then just nuke him with the Ziggs ultimate, and it's done.
Yep.
You can't recover from this.
Ooh! Gets over the wall. Bronze 2 Smurf.
Free Baron though.
Yeah, Ezreal is gonna pick that
Predicted.
one up. Has the Arcane Shift just in a moment. Arcane Shift right there, and the last Mystic Shot gets another kill. Toaster already with 10 kills in the game. Looking pretty scary. Especially with the Draktar and Blade of Ruin King being finished in his pocket. On the 4 items on the 6. This is just,
Oh my god.
spooky.
Yeah, and overall, like right now, they have so much more items in the overall on the
At
whole
this
team,
point,
and
at
yeah,
this point, this is really hard to win.
yeah. So right now, they should definitely play it slow. Look more for the macro. Right now, GameplayDNA, they have all the tools for that. Top lane, Ziggs will just bomb it, just get another slow push here. That's the awesome use. Like if you have these globals, you have Ezreal ultimate, you have Ziggs ultimate to use it on the CS. Now Maokai has to.
Divider is soaking some damage in the
Yeah.
jungle, losing half of the HP. He does not have Warmog, so it will take some time for him to get some HP back.
Also has
And-
to respect because he cannot go that aggressive. No, actually, Braum is in trouble here. Ezreal deals a lot of damage.
He's forced to use his ultimate. Arcane Shift straight into Sejuani's ultimate. He might be in trouble. Oh,
He's
what
dead.
a nice shockwave
And
by
they will turn it
Orianna.
around here.
Bulls is hitting his chain. Is that the team fight that Falcon Game is looking for? The Ziggs is already down. Jamal is providing the damage that he needs. And now he picks up the double kill. Well done. Actually, they managed to win the team fight. And now is their chance to farm it up? Just to
Definitely,
win.
definitely.
Yeah,
They can stall this out now.
They can stall it out. And especially with Pulsas playing support, which is trolling. I never supported this pick anyway, man.
I mean, with this champion, if you're running into the late game, actually, it's quite a non-factor anymore. Braum just like has so much more impact in these team
Yeah.
fights. So,
And that was a beautiful shockwave by Arlert.
like, they,
And after this team fight, they all got so much experience, so much gold.
what
They can
happened to
actually-
Toaster there? The thought process just goes way too
Arcane
aggressive forward.
shift, yeah, into the middle of the team fight. That was ridiculous. Chain does not connect. Ooh, that was actually a pretty bold move right there.
Yeah, so if Tristana is there in the fight, really can completely demolish it, take over, and they have to try to find a flash, like either prison him with the Maokai W, like do something to get rid of the Tristana, and then they can manage to win the fight, but not like this.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with GameplayDNA's team composition, they have their weaknesses, obvious. They have only one tank. in
Yeah.
Smoke-Eye, and he's level 13. Tristana is level 15 with 3 items finished. I think it's gonna be 4 after she is recalling. If it's gonna be Bloodthirster, yeah, it is.
How
She's
can
going.
actually a duo lane have more experience than a solo like
Yeah.
jungler actually? That's quite rare actually. Holy shit. They're doing the pegging.
Man.
And once again, and now Kled gets engaged on the bottom side. Has to be careful now. They use so much for him. Now can they manage to get the kill here?
To survive.
Gets
He
with-
has the teleport. Pulsas is using his Zonias, but that's... Ooh, that actually made it. He actually made it with the distortion out. Now, the Kled, he still has his teleport. He can use his TP aggressively. Will he do it? He still use... he has his ultimate. I really
there
want to
goes
see it
back
happen.
towards
I
mid
really
here.
want to see it happen. Kled still has his ultimate.
Has no option to TP actually behind them, so
Yeah,
quite-
sadly Braum
quite
is
hard.
not there. If Braum would have been there, it could have been a good fight because they have no Zonias, the Blade of the Rune King was used, the Righteous Glory was used by Maokai. I think they can potentially pull this out. Oh, Tristana is just going there. She has no armor penetration, but the Divider is flashing again.
Defensively. And now this is big because now this flash might hurt them in the long run. They want to hit the flash on the Tristana and try to get rid of her in the teamfights now. That is a major setback now. Now they have to be careful. Kled is running towards bot lane here, using his ultimate. Will surely hit afterwards.
That is
Toaster
the
in
team
trouble
fight
now.
they're looking for. Pulsas is in trouble. Oh my god! Toaster gets deleted immediately. Look at him now. He's looking for a gateway to escape, but there is no options for him. Tristana is just going there. The critical was not enough to finish off Pulsas, but Red Buff provides some slow. Will that be enough? But on the other hand, look what's happening in the mid lane. Mid lane inhibitor is going down again. But is that really that important anymore?
We see the turnaround, man. Falcon Gaming actually managing to pull everything around, and now it's actually into their favor. They might get actually so much out of this. And you have to like look at the numbers. They have 4 drags and they still manage to win. This is nearly impossible what we are witnessing here. This is really one of the rare games where the team that is not in favor is winning.
Tristana is doing so much damage on the bot lane inhibitor. Rose to Smurf is way too tanky for the tower to do anything, but now they're afraid of Camille. She's already recalled in the base.
Has to TP
I think
available.
that the really important factor right now is for Ziggs to wait for his Zonias. He has to get some gold. I think that he's not that much gold behind. He can actually do it.
He actually was so far ahead. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. How can they manage to win fights when they were so far behind? Like it's a miracle. Or either GameplayDNA really like I don't know what is happening for them. Is it communication? Is it nerves? What do you think?
I think it's just like disrespecting with the picks, I guess. Going Ziggs in the mid lane. It seems like a pretty
I think Ziggs is
inexperienced.
not even the issue here. I think it's.
Why do you think so?
I mean, Ziggs overall so much damage.
Look
that
at
he
his
provided
positioning.
earlier.
Like
I think it was more like Ezreal going way too aggressive here early on.
Oh
because
yeah,
it-
The
it
Ezreal Arcane
all
shift
went
into the
downhill
team
from
fight.
there.
7 deaths on Ezreal, like
Yeah.
one of the most mobile AD carries. 7 deaths, that's a lot.
Really questionable arcane shift so far.
And also all of those defensive flashes from Divider. It seems like a little pretty sloppy performance from GameplayDNA.
Yeah. And the Baron will come up like shortly in 1 minute. Now they still have to get defensive vision here on the end of Falcon Gaming.
This is getting really intense. 4 items on Orianna. This is going to be so... You have to watch out for the ball, and you also have to watch for 5 items to Stana. She's already full build.
We will have the stopwatch here on Camille as well. She can really go deep and then just draw all the attention. And now the redemption on Braum. He has 3 support items.
Yeah.
It's so big in comparison
like
to
it.
the LeBlanc. So
I think that Kled is looking for on engage, but the Glacial Stone does not connect. They have to wait for that cooldown. It's 30 seconds until the Baron spawns, so they have to wait it out. They have to get all the ultimates. Everything is now like a... It's the inch fight now.
yeah.
Who plays it
A
better?
game of inches actually. And Camille is still handling the bot wave here. They really should play it slowly. Should try to get as much damage with Camille as possible. She has to
Kled
be
is using his ultimate. Lucchese could potentially be in trouble now. Jamal is jumping in. 3 shots by him, and Lucchese is going down. Divider is trying to tank, but
Falcon
it's
Gaming.
impossible for him to survive that. Now 2 members are already down. Justana is pushing in mid. Doxy is potentially
in trouble.
in trouble, yeah.
This means 3
Look
Baron.
at the damage that
No,
Justana is
Falcon
providing. He is jumping aggressively. Oh my god, that was so well played by Toaster. Now the Orianna is deleted, but Pulsas, he has his Onias. Will he be able to use it? No, he's going down. Jamal is jumping over the wall. He has no rocket jump right now, but that's not important because they're just deleting everyone from GameplayDNA. And they surely have to go to the hospital to check if their DNA is still correct.
Yeah, what is happening right now?
They
Like,
might
they're
got
just
some disease, I don't know.
completely stomping them right now in teamfights, and it's just so hard for them to manage to come back from this. And now, actually, Kled going aggressive
The
against
1v1
Doxy
fight.
now.
Hook shot
I don't think
connects.
this is a good idea because he's like going down really fairly fast here. Has to be careful. The passive
His
is
skull is going down. He's still on it. Oh, that was just so in time.
and so intense here. Second TP comes in now. Doxy goes aggressive again. Has the stun.
The hook
Where
shot
is it?
still on cooldown. Oh my god, he managed to pull it off and it's 1-for-1. Could he get out? No, that's a shutdown for 6, but 1-for-1 in that situation. That was so good for Kled to pull that off because he managed to force the teleport.
But yeah, actually not something that you want to have here. They can just take it slow as well. They had the Baron, like, really no need to risk it like this.
Yeah, Kled is like the main tool for them to engage the fight.
Definitely.
But still getting 1-for-1 that situation, that wasn't that bad. Could have
And
gone worse. if
We will
Camille
get
would have been
closer
alive.
and closer to full items here on every member. And have to say, like right now, LeBlanc is not putting that much on the table in comparison to Braum right now. And yeah, like GameplayDNA, they really have to reconsider. They have to manage to get a pick or something. Because other than this, I don't see them win teamfights. Not at this point.
As it goes for Falcon Gaming, I think it's really important for them to peel more than to go for their carries. Because if Tristana is getting enough defenses, oh, actually
This
they're going.
elder deck is so important, and they started already. Camille
The
is not
problem
on
is
the
that
board.
Falcon Gaming top lane doesn't have the teleport, while Camille is probably she is teleporting right now. It's a 4 versus 5 team fight. Is that the team fight they're looking for? Jamal is getting deleted instantly. That should be the game for GameplayDNA. It looks so sloppy. Why did they fight? Oh, the Shockwave only connects the Divider, and the Banshees is already getting taken away. Even though they got the Dragon, it doesn't really matter.
And that's how it ends.
4 death timers.
And they
That's how it
tunneled
ends.
so hard on the Elder actually, and now
Oh
managed to
my.
win the game off by this.
Kled did not have his teleport. Why did he decide to go for the team fight when the Kled was not there? Camille is doing so much impact in the team fights. Now he's using his ultimate
They
defensively.
should have tried to just send Sejuani maybe for the steal, but that's it. And now the chance is gone, and we will surely see GameplayDNA tomorrow in the final now. Great game overall. Really,
Great game.
So intense, and they managed to pull it back. Like, oh my god, it was so close. 19 more seconds. Can he stall for any longer now?
As
And
he's
why are
trying
they
his
even
best,
going for
but
Kled? They can just go for the objectives here.
Yeah. The second tower is going down. The Nexus is exploding. And
GG.
that is the game. That was the best game of the day. The best semi-final I've ever seen.
Definitely.
Like the underdogs, they were putting up a fight.